Hi, wake up. Welcome to day 4 of our daily Proverbs Get Wisdom Challenge. We're just reading the Proverbs together. We're doing number 5 today, and we're ahead a day because there's 31 Proverbs but 30 days in June. So yesterday on day 3, we read 3 and 4, and today is day 4 and we're reading 5. Don't let it bog you down. Don't let the math get you. We're going to start in with number 5. Thank you for being here. I like to read it in the New King James. If you don't have a hard copy Bible, remember the Gideons still put them in motel rooms or hotel rooms. And if you don't have a hard one like this, it's okay to just read along on Bible.com or BibleGateway.com, and then you can pick the translation at the top of the page. Let's jump right in. The peril of adultery. Now, we could wax on about this, and I just want to address it real quick. Yes, this can mean when you are unfaithful in your marriage covenant, but how many other covenants do you have? You have one, your covenant with Jesus Christ, and if you don't, well, now's a good time. 2, there's a covenant you make with your spouse. That's paramount. 3, so many of us have deep bonded relationships, whether it's family members or business partners or just any type of organization that you belong with. There is such, in my opinion, I don't think there's the lack. I think there is a lack of respect for covenant in relationships, and I would really like to see honor brought back to that. Let's put it like that. Okay, let's jump in. I saw the time. I'm trying to keep it short, 10 minutes or less. The peril of adultery. We are reading Proverbs chapter 5, starting at number 1. My son, pay attention to my wisdom. Lend your ear to my understanding, that you may preserve discretion, and your lips may keep knowledge. For the lips of an immoral woman drip honey, and her mouth is smoother than oil, but in the end she is bitter as wormwood, sharp as a two-edged sword. Her feet go down to death, her steps lay hold of hell. Lest you ponder her path of life, her ways are unstable. You do not know them. I just want to pause right there, because whether that is you in your marriage covenant, you in your business covenant, your partnerships, anything that you are looking to yoke up with in a situation, the adultery, the cheating, the lying, the dishonest communications or ways of dealing with each other, there's just so much more harm that can happen. So this is called the peril of adultery, and it can be taken into almost every area of our lives. So we're getting wisdom. Let's pick up on number 7. We're in chapter 5, verse 7. Therefore, hear me now, my children, and do not depart from the words of my mouth. Remove your way far from her, and do not go near her door or her house, lest you give your honor to others, and your years to the cruel one, lest aliens be filled with your wealth, and your labors go to the house of a foreigner, and you mourn at last, when your flesh and your body are consumed, and say, how I have hated instruction, and my heart despised correction. I have not obeyed the voice of my teachers, nor inclined my ear to those who instructed me. I was on the verge of total ruin, in the midst of the assembly and congregation. 15. Drink water from your own cistern, and running water from your own well. Should your fountains be dispersed abroad, streams of water, or in the streets? Let them be only your own, and not for strangers with you. Let your fountain be blessed, and rejoice with the wife of your youth. As a loving deer and a graceful doe, let her breast satisfy you at all times, and always be enraptured with her love. For why should you, my son, be enraptured by an immoral woman, and be embraced in the arms of a seductress. For the ways of man are before the eyes of the Lord, and he ponders all his paths. His own iniquities entrap the wicked man, and he is caught in the cords of his sin. He shall die for lack of instruction, and in the greatness of his folly he shall go astray. Wow. Sorry, there's background noise. There's cars on the road in front of me, and now I can hear the wind chimes. I'm not sure if those are singing along with the word or clanging cymbal. Thank you for being with me today as we read Proverbs chapter 5, the peril of adultery. I think we could also say the peril of dishonest dealings. There is so much. I love it. I feel like line by line, precept upon precept, there is so much meat, meal, nuggets, wisdom that we're seeking for. And as everything is doing its thing in society today, around the world, everything that's coming at you in social media, I feel like, what if you just wiped the slate clean, got back to the basics, and just followed the basic instructions before leaving Earth? You just stick to the most simple. Being honest, being true, getting wisdom, that's simple instructions. It can work in all situations. Thank you for joining me today. Let me know in the comments, what is the wisdom you gleaned from today's reading? I'd love to hear how it's working for you, what you're hearing, what you're learning. If you have something for me, let me know in the comments. I'll see you tomorrow for the next one. Hey, I'm Cheryl Lynn. This is Makeup University. And remember, you look really gorgeous today.